he is declining at such a slow pace that people are actually sitting around going, is he getting better? Which is impossible, but he's making us imagine that. How could he be having a bad year?
It does raise an eyebrow that he gets better as everyone gets worse. I'll leave it at that.
Oh.
What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, aka Darth Apocalypse. All right, so let's get to this video. So it was 2 days ago when Russell Westbrook announced his surprising retirement from the NBA after 18 seasons of play. And you definitely get the impression that Russell Westbrook could have played for quite a bit longer. He still had a lot left in the tank. Last year with the Sacramento Kings, he averaged 15 points, going on 5 rebounds and about 6 assists per game. And, well, apparently he did have offers from, I believe, the Kings and I think it was the Wizards. Russ chose to go out, as he put it, on his own terms. But I get the impression, and I could be wrong too, that Russ wanted an opportunity to win. He didn't say that, but I think he knew going to the Kings or the Wizards would not equate to anything more than, probably at this stage of his career, he would have been nothing more than just a mentor to younger players, or in a situation where it's a rebuild and it's not a serious chance at a long playoff run for a player at the twilight of his career, as he would be if he was still playing. So he chose to call it quits. And also, you know, although Russ is getting his flowers, and justifiably so, over 27,000 points, over 10,000 assists. I believe he has something around approximately 9,000 rebounds for his career, about 2,000 steals, 9-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, league MVP. He had a hell of a resume. But if you leave it to the Skip Baylesses of the world and others, you know, you get the impression as if he was some bum or something. As if he was some overrated, you know. It's just amazing to me how Skip Bayless can feel as if though somebody like Russell Westbrook is overrated and not worthy of the Hall of Fame. But yet this guy thought Tim Tebow was the world. That's how you know he's not a valid sports analyst. But also, I do want to say this, y'all. I'm starting to think more and more that LeBron leaving that message on his Instagram, on Russ's Instagram, oh man, what's left is the Hall of Fame, man. I think it's almost like it's a taunt. It's like a taunt, man, because we all know Russell Westbrook did not fuck with LeBron James. And a lot of us feel like LeBron James and Klutch did everything they could to try to ruin this man. And in some ways, they hurt his legacy. They took money from this man's pocket, which took money from his family, his kids, his wife. Everything that he did great, as I told you, whatever you do good, people make it into something bad. He averaged a triple-double. He's selfish. Meanwhile, if Nikola Jokic averages a triple-double or LeBron averages a triple-double or put up triple-doubles, it's because of their greatness. So I segue to this. when you think of Russell Westbrook, when you think of the OKC Thunder, they're like peanut butter and jelly. They go together. So why haven't the OKC Thunder offered Russell Westbrook a contract? Now, you could say they don't have any openings right now, but this is August. The season doesn't start until October. Russell Westbrook deserves to end his career, as a Thunder. As we all know, the Thunder won the championship a little over a calendar year ago. Had it not been for the injury to Jalen Williams, they may have won a second consecutive title. They're a championship contending team, which is the one thing that has eluded Russ for the most part in the past since a decade ago. I think that they should offer Russell Westbrook, at the very least, this is what I think they should do. Clear a roster spot before the season opens. Give him, I don't know, a 10-day contract. Just in case Russ doesn't have it anymore, right? If he don't want to play, so be it. You know what I'm saying? If he's not a good fit for the team, he's free to leave. But he'll be able to retire as a Thunder. Their first game is on the road against the Spurs. But their second game of the season, which is October 22nd, I think, is against the Denver Nuggets at home. Now, that fits because you're at home, you rush, you get your flowers, you get appreciation. They can have a halftime show honoring Russ. Plus, he played with the Denver Nuggets. So, Nikola Jokic, most of those guys, he just played with a lot of that roster just 2 years ago. So they can share their appreciation. If Russ just wants to, if he's serious about it, look, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. He could just, take in the honors and retire after that game officially, but you retire as a Thunder. Or if he feels he still has something left to prove, you go into this game. Now it's a meaningful game now. It's not some garbage game, but you go into this game, and if we see you still can go out there and play in limited minutes, you go out there and get 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay, in a limited role, you still going out there and playing and still playing at a high level. Hey, then you can say, well, maybe I do want to continue to play. And you'll be playing for something. That 10-day contract is extended to a seasonal contract, veteran minimum, and barring injury, Russ gets to play for an actual championship. And if Jalen Williams is not hurt, maybe Russ becomes the people's champ. Because for the first time, for the first time in a long time since Kevin Durant left, Russ is on a championship level team. Now you can say Denver, but I'm talking about a real legitimate championship team. And we all know, for the most part, Russ enhances the team that he's on, even at this stage. So maybe if he continues to play, he can ride off to the sunset as an NBA champion, piss off all the LeBron fans, piss off LeBron James, even though he act like he cool with it, and give a big fuck you to all of Klutch, Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, all of his detractors. But anyway, that's how I see it, man. Thunder should get this man a contract, man. He deserves to retire as a Thunder.